Hello and welcome to the second episode of our Minecraft playthrough. Now, when we left things last time, we'd done a little bit of work, so we'd set up this very simple beginner island thing where we had this wheat farm. We set up a few other farms over there, some tree farms, a cow farm, and some other crop farms, and we built this kind of funky looking tree house. Now, for the first thing I want to do in this episode, I want to complete the enchantment room that we had up in the treehouse. Now, off camera, I actually made enough bookshelves for this. I only need a couple more, but I wanted to have a few extra to just make the room look a little bit nicer. So we're gonna jump up here right now and place these last few bookshelves down. And there's actually a list of things that I wanted to do in this episode. First of all, this. Second of all, we're gonna go visit the shop and we're going to check our stock, see if anyone's bought anything, and give it a restock. So off camera, I've been doing a lot of growing crops and all that kind of stuff, and thinking about other things I might want to put in the shop. And I think I can put a little bit of anything in the shop really, but I'm just gonna restock it with the stuff that we had in there already to begin with, and maybe a couple of other things. So now we have a completed enchantment room. I might expand this with a few more bookshelves, but we actually only need, I think, 15 bookshelves around the enchantment table to have the maximum level enchantments. And as you can see, we have 17? Yeah, 17. A nice round prime number. Now, I always forget you need lapis for enchantments now. I say now as if that hasn't been the case for several years now. I remember when enchantments was first added and you didn't need lapis. You just needed, like a ton of levels. The maximum level for enchantments was 50. And it didn't only spend 1, 2, or 3 levels. It spent all of the levels on the enchantment. So if you wanted a highest level enchantment, you spent 50 levels and you didn't get any of them back. But we are going to see what enchantments we might get on our diamond pickaxe. And it's giving us silk touch, which actually is pretty decent. I ideally would like a silk touch pickaxe and a fortune 3 pickaxe. But for now, we're just going to get the silk touch one. And if we click this, hopefully it gives us some bonus enchantments. Oh, and it's given us efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3. That's not half bad. I am happy with that. I think, well, unbreaking 3 is the highest you can get. I think you can get efficiency 5, unless I'm mistaken. It's been a while since I've done some enchanting, but I'm very happy with this pickaxe. So we're just gonna go along with that. Now, off camera, I have been preparing for things to restock my shop with. And in this lower chest here, I've mainly got the stuff that I've already been putting in the shop. So, seeds, wheat, that basic kind of stuff. But I also have enough potatoes to start putting in the shop now. And I have no idea if these are things people want, but I'm going to sell them anyway. This is just the stuff that I have available. So, we're going to ferry a lot of these things over to our shop now. I don't think I want to take them all, just because I don't have the space for it. I don't have shulker boxes yet. That's something that I do want to get very soon, just because carrying all these things is getting very tedious. And in this top chest here, I have some cocoa beans. But I also thought something like iron is something that's going to be a lot more sought after in the shop. So I'm going to start selling some of the iron that I have. I don't have an iron farm yet. That is something that I really want to get started on building, but I have actually been doing a lot of mining off camera as well, and if I look in this chest here, I already have several stacks and I'm not really using it, so I don't feel too bad about giving away, not giving away, but I don't feel too bad about selling a couple of stacks of iron ingots right now. There is no way I'm just giving them away. Right, here's our humble little shop, which we haven't really done much with currently, but let's have a look to see if anyone has bought anything. Oh, it looks like we've actually made quite a lot of sales. I'm pretty sure that's more than the amount of stuff I put in the shop to begin with. Oh, I think someone's just been very generous and they've just given me an excess of logs. That's very generous of whoever did that. That's a stack of each. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm actually going to take back this partially filled stack just because, you know, that doesn't look very nice in the shop, does it? Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, my word. Oh, this is doing much better than I thought it would. I reckon someone must have just, yeah, put in more wood than they needed to for the purchases. Well, this is 32, so maybe I did put enough wheat in. I'm not sure. Oh well, I'm happy with that. And cocoa beans, yep, okay. I think that was 48. Yeah, I think I did actually take a stack of cocoa beans there. So I am, yeah, I'm gonna restock that one probably. Saplings, yeah, okay. I think that was the correct amount, wasn't it? Yeah. Didn't bring any more saplings with me, which is a problem because this is gonna run out. But and as I thought, no one bothered with the beetroot. Oh, I'm extremely happy with how that went. I suppose thinking about how to format this shop now, I don't think I'm ever going to restock this enough to fill this double chest for any of them, really. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'll take half of the chests away. Leave all of these as single chests. And then that'll let us move them all over by one and get more items to sell. I'm actually just going to need to store all this stuff in my inventory. Just so I have space to work with here in my inventory. So I want to have the potato shop or a potato chest. I also want an iron chest and, well, I suppose I can put the... Do I want to sell the potatoes and the baked potatoes at the same price? Probably, because there's not really much of a difference between the effort put into each of them. I suppose a stack of baked potatoes is just a stack of potatoes plus 8 coal. But coal is easy to get, you know, I'm swimming in it already and I'm barely anywhere in this game. So I think I'm going to keep those at the same price. I'm just going to move these chests over. That looks good to me. And then we're going to add the... Alright, for the potatoes, I'm going to charge 1 stack potatoes for... From each harvest, you get 1 wheat, but you might get several potatoes. So I think this should be cheaper than the wheat. So I'm going to make this 24? Or should I make this 16? I think 16 probably works for this. So I'm going to pull out all my potatoes here and stick them all in this chest. That looks good to me. And then I need to sort out the iron. So iron is hopefully going to be the big draw here. So I'm going to say 1 stack of iron for... And I'm feeling brave here, so I'm gonna stop charging for oak logs for this, or not necessarily oak logs, but wood logs for this, and I'm going to start charging diamonds. Should it be 1 or 2? Given that no one else is selling iron and it's quite annoying to come by sometimes, I think I'm gonna charge 2 diamonds. 1 stack of iron for 2 diamonds. Yeah. And if this doesn't sell very well, we can adjust our strategy later. Yeah, that looks good to me. And then I can just move this over by 1. Updated items, new selling iron for diamonds. Yeah, I think that'll be eye-catching. Now, one thing that's not as eye-catching as I'd like it to be is actually the shop in itself. And that's because I forgot that I was going to put a trim on the windows. Now, a nice trick that I like to do, that you might have seen before, is to make some birch trapdoors like this and put them on the side of windows. Now, this kind of gives it a nice I don't know how you call it, like a shutter almost. There's like some houses where you get kind of shutters that can go over the windows. I don't know, like kind of looks like those. I need more. Yeah, let's make more. So a trapdoor recipe is easy. You just do it like a sideways door. And it's quite an expensive recipe because you need to spend a lot of wood planks to actually get trapdoors, but given how nice they look when they're on windows like this, it's well worth it. And yeah, there's a few windows at the back here, so we need 6 more, I think. How many did I have? I had... That would be enough for it. That will be 2 more, so... Oh, that gave me twice as many as I need. You'd think I'd be able to count. I have a computer science degree. Right, no, that's good enough for me. There's some bonus items here that I'll probably take back with me. Unless I plan on doing more building now, but I don't. So I am gonna leave this stuff here. I'm gonna leave those in there as well. And we're gonna come back with a few more items, I think. Just to flesh out this shop. Right, we're just returning to base now, and the next thing that I want to start thinking about is a sugarcane farm. When I was making the bookshelves for the enchanting room, one of the things that I actually needed was sugarcane, and that ended up being the bottleneck. Like, I thought that leather would be the bottleneck, but since we have the cow farm, it was actually remarkably easy to get enough leather for the bookshelves. And I actually have a fair bit of spare leather, but barely any spare paper. A few spare sugarcane, but not enough, really. Ideally, I would like to have an easy way of getting enough sugarcane. And, you know, the easiest way to do that is with a sugarcane farm. And these are pretty simple to construct, and I'll be going through what you need for them and how to construct them very shortly. But first, I think we need to clear out a bit of space. Now, I thought about where to build this sugarcane farm, and you know, I could build it at the back here with the rest of my farms, but I kind of want this area to look not natural because I've kind of ravaged the landscape and put rows of crops on them, so it just doesn't look natural anymore. But I would kind of like my more industrial looking farms to maybe not be in the same area. Now, I was thinking I'll just build it on this hill where it's in a chunk that's always going to be loaded, even when I'm stood over there. Now, obviously, for farms to do anything, like an automated farm to do anything, it needs to be in a chunk that's loaded. So it needs to be somewhere that I'm going to be around it a lot. And I'm always in this area, basically. So even if I'm over there mining trees, I want it to be over here where it will be close enough to automatically detect when sugarcane has grown. And that means we are going to go into a time lapse where I'm going to completely ravage this hill. So we're going to build it kind of across here. This is on top of my cliff. So to start off with, I just want to dig in 2 holes like this. And in one of them, I will have my chest. And this is going to be where all the sugarcane ends up. And feeding into that chest is going to be a hopper. Now, you know, to make sure that the hopper is placed so that it connects into the chest, just shift click and then right click on the chest itself. And you can maybe just about see you in this gap here, but the tail of the hopper is heading into the chest. Then we need the powered rails, which again, shift click to place it over the hopper, and we are going to place a couple there, leave 4 gaps and put a couple here as well, and then I'm going to put some normal rails in between. Now you can just use full powered rails on the whole thing, and that will help you, well, it won't help you. That just wastes powered rails. Sorry, the opposite way around. I'm going to try and preserve my powered rails for when I really need them, so I'm not going to put them on every single block of the rail here. The other thing that you do need, which I forgot, is something to power these powered rails. So I'm going to use a couple of levers, which, you know, you might want to use something different, because levers are a little bit obvious. They're there, they're visible. But this is good enough for me. Then above the rails, we place our dirt. Like so. And this is going to be where the sugarcane lies on top of. But for that to work, we need water above these, well, behind the blocks. I actually just realised if I put the levers here, it will not work. So I'm gonna move these to the front. So this is gonna look a little bit ugly, but that's fine. We can refine this farm later if we so wish. I'm gonna put those up there like that, and make sure the rails are powered, and also make sure that you have blocks on either end that will prevent the minecart from running off the track. Now, ideally, I would have a stair block here, so I'm going to go back and grab one. I'm actually going to replace that block with stone, and just about... I want to place an upside down block here, so I'm going to remove that for now, put a temporary block down, put the stairs upside down here, and then replace the temporary block. So I'm going to do something like this. And now, if we place the hopper minecart here and get it started, it should be moving. Oh, that's very annoying. Oh, okay, so it looks like you can't have an upside down stair here. That's not a problem, we can just dig another hole here. So, next thing to do is just place a few blocks here. Of any building block kind, I suppose. So, build a little bit of a... So build a container here for your water source blocks. Something like this. Simplify this and replace that dirt there. And now we have something that looks like this, and we are going to place water source blocks in every single one of these. Now these stairs won't go to waste, I'm going to actually just place them here so it's easier to get back on the top here. Now the useful thing is obviously once you've placed a couple of water source blocks in here, if you place them on the first and the third, then the second becomes an infinite water source too, so you can just continue onwards. Now we can place the sugarcane, like so. The very important thing here is that if you leave it like this, then the sugarcane is going to get bopped outwards. So I'm going to start placing glass around the whole thing. So as we're building upwards, I'm going to build kind of a glass screen that goes in front of the sugarcane here. Like so. So that's going to be the second layer, and we need one more layer. Like so. And we're also going to have an additional layer on the top just to make sure nothing accidentally goes wrong. Make sure things don't land on top of this glass, which I don't know if that can happen, but I'm not going to take the chances. Next stage is build up by one layer on this here. Actually, well, I've done that slightly wrong. So, ooh, hell. I did just realise that when we moved when we put down the chest and we replaced the stairs, we made it so that the chest has a solid block on top of it, so we can't open it. So I am going to replace the chest with another hopper. Do that very temporarily. It's gonna break things, but that's fine. I'll make sure I get this right. So I'm gonna place a chest there, and a hopper there. So that should be good. Place a block back there, and off the minecart goes again. Right. Yes, I went slightly wrong here. I actually want these stone things to be on top of the water. So this actually just... Oh, hello. Yeah, this doesn't block out the water from feeding or, like, you know, supplying the sugarcane, thankfully. I just knew that would happen. The next step is to ignore any and all creeper holes that happens during the construction of this farm and crack on. So we are going to place pistons facing forwards on every single one of the sugarcane. Now, to place a piston going forwards, all you need to do is face the block like this and place it down. Easy as that. I still think that breaking glass in Minecraft is like the worst sound, just because it sounds like it's breaking even if it's not. The next step is if we place another layer of stone on top of that layer of stone so that we have a solid layer behind every single one of the pistons, and we are going to take some of the redstone we have here and I think we place it down here like so, and then we are going to get onto the observers, which are the interesting block in this farm. So for an observer, you'll see that, you know, every single side of an observer has a different look to it. But to place an observer facing forwards like this, you go behind it and do this. The block on the observer that looks like a kind of frowning face almost is where it is looking. So the block in front of it, it's trying to detect any change on this block here that, you know, it currently isn't a block. And if we were to make a state change here, so if I were to keep an eye on this dot here, so if I were to place a new block here, it can be anything, so if I went with a stone, you'll see it fires for just a little while. So that is long enough for a redstone signal to happen. And we are going to need to place an observer facing forwards on all of these, like so. Right, step 17, repair all creeper holes that happen during the construction of your farm. We need to get back up top there, so I'm going to build a little bit of a bridge. Now if I can get through the rest of this build without laughing to myself just because I'm so ineffective at fighting creepers. Take your redstone dust and place them out like this. This is going to mean that any one of these observers that fires is going to power every single piston down here. So if I place a block here, they all fire at once. So this means that whenever any of the sugarcane reaches the highest level, somehow one of the sugar... Oh, no. Oh, well, I guess we don't anyway. Every time one of the sugarcane reaches the top level, all of them will fire. So this means they'll get picked up no matter what. Which is quite helpful. It means that you don't need to wait for them all to grow to the third level for all of the second level sugarcane to get popped out. And that's basically it. Sugarcane farms are really simple to build, and they work fairly well. They can be a little bit slow, especially since zero-tick sugarcane farms were taken out of the game, which is a shame, but they were extremely broken. We are basically going to leave this running for a while and come back later to see if we get much sugarcane here. But this is preferable to just hand mining sugarcane in a row like this, because we can leave this running and it will just collect sugarcane for us. Now, right after I finished doing this sugarcane farm, I decided I wanted to do another time-lapse so that I could extend the cliff that I made. I really liked how it turned out, so I've decided, rather than just having it for that little section of hill, I'm going to extend that cliff across this entire kind of beachfront area that I've made with the oak planks. So what you see here is I'm currently, you know, clearing out all of the jungle as I did before, and very shortly you will see me start to build the stone that goes across the cliff face. Here I am laying out the foundations. So as you can see, it's going to link up with the section of cliff that exists already in the world. I'm using the same techniques as last time, so I've tried to make the front of the cliff this very interesting shape. I didn't want it to just be flat, so there's bits of the cliff that are higher and lower than the others. And here I am just, extending it to the end and tweaking it as I go along. The other thing I'm going to do is take out a lot of the dirt that exists behind it and make this whole area look a lot more natural, a lot more terraformed. I'm really happy with how this cliff has gone. I like the fact that I've used different kinds of blocks to make it look a bit more natural. The next step is that we are going to add a lot more dirt behind it to kind of extend it to the edge of this cliff, the same way I did with the first section over here. But that's gonna take a lot more dirt, so we're going to return to this when I have more stocks of dirt. The other thing I just want to mention here is that I did modify the location of the levers for this sugarcane farm. I decided to actually make this entirely out of powered rail in the end and put the switch here because, as it turns out, where I had it was locking the hopper, which meant that we didn't get any sugarcane coming through to the chest. However, it has been working and we have basically an entire stack of sugarcane. So that's very nice. Now, today, we are actually going to be fighting the Enderdragon as a server. And, if I do my job right as a video editor, I'm going to cut here and you should see exactly how that went down.
Welcome to the SS Endbuster. We are on this spaceship flying through space towards the home of an ancient dragon. The End, our end destination, I suppose. Once you have beaten the dragon, it will drop a elytra and a dragon head, dragon egg. What we're going to say is, because obviously there's only going to be one, out of all of you who go into the End, I will be keeping an eye on chat as well. Whoever you think is the person who performed the best throughout the fight, we will award the items to. There may be a little extra on top of that, but I'll keep that as a surprise for now.
Do we get the spaceship?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Right, yeah, I'm ready to heat myself from this mortal plane. I've died twice already, I could die a third time, that's fine.
I've died 14 times, I don't think anyone's beating me even with this fight.
It doesn't matter for you, you're already, like... You're beyond cat. You died, like, cat +5. That's how dead you are.
Did anyone else want to buy any totems?
I don't bring any diamonds with me, oh well.
You
But
took the printer I was giving to Joshua.
I think it's more likely I'm gonna die from falling off the end of the end, which, I don't want to spend money on a totem.
I mean, does anyone want to buy any ender pearls?
I mean, I'm awful at fighting Enderman.
We're literally about to get ender pearls there.
Yeah. Well, and that's if an Enderman doesn't kill you.
Don't ruin this for me.
I have a water bucket,
start
actually.
an economy.
Yeah, you can get ender pearls if you kill the endermen. Just don't try not to die doing so.
Well, I am not good at that.
I see only one of us has had the foresight to put a pumpkin on their head.
Hello.
Hi.
I have pumpkin.
Yeah. You're also, like, decked out for the nether. Rocking, like, gold. Yeah, I know you asked for a pumpkin. I guess this is why.
I have loads of gold, I have, like, no iron. Because I don't get iron.
There's iron right here.
And I don't want to be...
But if you get diamonds, then I'll sell you
Maybe.
some iron.
Jarell, there's iron armor in that chest if you want it.
Yeah, I hear there's a contest about, like, who fought best, and I want to get, like, extra
Right.
bonus points for, like,
style
rocking
points.
a styling outfit. I've
You're the
got a
most
curse
colourful
of
of us.
vanishing gold leggings. I was thinking about the curse of binding gold boots, but decided not to go with that. Because
Curse of vanishing. Don't get too
boots
attached
later.
then.
If you want anything else, go get it now. Otherwise, I think people are getting ready to go in.
Right, we're gonna
so get ready
yeet
to
ourselves.
drop. I can't get in. I'm gonna come in here.
Good luck.
Hold on. Do you think we should all just jump in one go, or is it gonna lag like crazy? Because we couldn't even handle portals in one go.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Well,
but we had another problem.
The end is not very, much. It's the lightest of the 3 dimensions,
A lot
so
less than the other dimensions, so it might be good.
it's like, there's like
Alright,
nothing in it. It should be
Leroy
okay.
Jenkins!
Well, okay then.
Good luck, everyone.
Well,
I'll just let everyone go first, and they can build the bridges and get blown up by whatever dragons and. Alright, okay.
Hold on, Daniel. I'm so glad we're actually in like a box instead of like last the game where we were floating in the end, and I'm like, oh, let's just jump.
For some reason, I didn't bring blocks with me, but this is fine. If I didn't bring blocks, then this would have been awful.
I've got a gold pickaxe. Is this gonna be helpful?
It'd be fast. It would just die easily.
Yeah, but I have 3 gold pickaxes.
Ah, well, you see. That works.
Why? Why would you do this? Oh, hold on.
Why would you do this to me? Ooh.
oh,
Right, time to like miss with my arrow shots.
Oh
every
boy,
single time.
look! I'm rocking the baby Enderman skin. Everything is so cute.
Oh, you got the baby Enderman. Oh! I got one of the crystals for my first shot.
Taking fire.
You sure that's not just you?
No, I'm pretty sure I've been shot at.
Ooh. I was standing in dragon fire. I've never fought the Ender Dragon before, so this is all new to me, basically.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
dying
what's the
to death.
best things to have in my hotbar, so probably... Ooh. Water bucket, so I can get my, Right, let's get some dragon breath. How does this work? Do you just go up to it?
You
And
just
right-
go up to
right,
the potion,
Yeah.
the purple thing, and right click with
Just
a
right click, yeah, with a bottle. Alright,
potion.
get me
Just
some
try
lingering
not to hurt
potions.
yourself while doing so.
Yeah, no, I was hurting myself. Right, I got one of the crystals as I walked in. It was my first shot with an arrow. I'm never that accurate before.
Wow.
I'm so happy with that. Right, these ones with the grating around them are a lot harder to get, but
There was no crystal.
Lovely. Okie dokie.
does it pick up the entire section of stuff when you bottle it, I guess? Ooh! Got it.
You can get multiple. You can get multiple of the same thing. You just have to.
Oh, good.
spam.
Is that tall enough? Nope. Is that tall enough?
Oh, you can. Yeah, there we go. Might as well get it while I'm here. Ooh! Oh, there's our first death! Oh no!
Join me.
Do you want me to get your
Come on,
stuff, or
more
shall I
kills,
just
I
leave
need
it
that.
there?
Hold on a minute. How am I actually
I'm
supposed to
a little
defeat?
worried. Joshua, you didn't respawn in the.
Oh, I got another crystal.
Yeah, hold on a minute. How am I supposed to kill this crystal? If I touch it, I'm gonna die to death.
Have
I mean,
blocks
I've got the
between you
crystal.
and it.
I have not thought this through. All I have managed to do is make a tiny.
Alright, got another crystal. I got like 4 crystals.
Okay, that worked. That worked. I'm happy with that one.
Alright, the dragon's come down. How do you do the thing where you like hit it? Do you have to like go underneath it? I'm gonna
Yeah,
get flung.
underneath.
I'm gonna get flung, but that's
Make
okay.
sure to jump to.
Ah! Oh, I saved my Enderman. Oh. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't even realize I looked at one. Right. You know what? I'm just gonna get myself back in there. Just trying to get my stuff. I think I remember where I was. It's kind of near the middle, so
Oh dear.
if my stuff is still there, that would be ideal.
Oh, come on.
It is still there. Don't worry.
Oh, good. Oh, it's like almost
Water
half
bucket.
health down already. That's not bad. That's not bad.
The buckets are in.
My master's being big up.
Right, that's my
Where
stuff,
did I
that's my stuff,
die?
that's
It
my
is the
stuff.
first time I'm fighting an Ender Dragon without using a Power 5 bow.
This is my first time fighting the Enderdragon and my mouse is gonna go.
Right, let's
Oh,
go. Sword there, arrows there.
I'm annoyed that the Ender Dragon does not go spectral. Because I think that would look great.
Yeah, that looks.
Did
so
I just
cool.
get... Whose gear is this? Not mine. Should
No,
I take it?
The Enderdragon is immune to all status effects.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. That would be so cool.
It's immune to
Where is
benefits
she? Where is she?
well.
Thank you,
Okay, I just went blind.
That'd be a hero trying to go in and run and get it.
It's not here. Where did I die?
I'll probably get it. Yes!
Nice,
Yes!
nice.
Yes!
I only died once this time.
There's the elite
That's nothing.
Right, I put the Elytra and Dragon Head. I can distribute that
Grab
when we
the
get
orb.
Come back to the stronghold.
back. Nice.
What about the egg?
If you want the egg, you kind
I
of.
think the egg fell into the thing.
The egg went into the
It
thing.
went through the portal. What happens when the egg goes through the portal? Oh.
Probably spawn at spawn.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Think about who you want to vote for and whisper to me in chat.
Oh my god, I'm level 68.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, I know, because I know the Enderdragon gives you a lot. I just didn't even
Oh,
notice.
just one level off. That's a shame. Kill someone here to get the XP.
Quick, someone get some bottles of enchanting. Throw them my way. With 68 levels, you'd hope that when I try and enchant myself a fortune free pick, I'll actually manage to get one now.
Yay!
I spent over 30
Just
levels trying to
remember
get
us
one and it
little
just
people along
didn't.
the way, yeah?
Oh, sorry?
Just remember us little people along the way who helped you get to that fortune free pickaxe.
Of course. I'll make a fortune free pickaxe for each one of you and name them all after you.
All right then.
Aww.
In that case, votes are in.
Votes are in.
So, drum roll, please.
Oh, I have in the video.
Don't know if you can hear
so
that.
it filters it out.
The winner, with a landslide victory, is Daniel Eilert. So,
Ooh.
congratulations.
Oh,
You're correct.
amazing. Oh, thank you. Yay.
Plot twist, this
Hang
is
on.
how you
Oh,
keep
yes.
becoming president of Game Dev.
Yes. Well, sorry?
This is how you keep becoming president of Game Dev.
Winning votes. Well, I mean, I also voted for Daniel, the other one.
Aww.
As you can probably tell by the fact that it's all shiny, the little extras I have put on breaking and mending on it for you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, amazing. Now I don't need to like worry about dying constantly by my elytra breaking. Oh, now I just need to make myself a load of rockets. Yes, as you can see, we slayed the Enderdragon and we got ourselves this lovely, lovely elytra, which very kindly has mending and unbreaking already on it. So we can fly for, I think it's about 10 minutes or so continuously, roughly on average, without it breaking on us. And that's going to be fantastic. The only thing is, I'm going to need a lot more rockets, and for that, I am going to need a gunpowder farm at some point. But more importantly, we also have a Fortune 3 pickaxe. And that means all of this ore that I have been mining, we can tower all of this up and see exactly how much ore we get in total. I looked this up the other day and I'm pretty sure on average you get about 2.2 times as much out of each of these than you have ore blocks. So all being well, we're going to get about a stack and a bit of diamond out of this and a shed load of coal and so much redstone. So we're going to go to our time lapse and see just how lucky we got. And we have mined this massive pillar of ores now, and we have so much stuff. So much stuff. So obviously mainly coal, but a shed load of redstone, and very luckily we have, I think that's 85 diamonds. I can't remember how many we started with, but that's roughly what I was expecting, a stack and a bit. So I'm very happy with that. And you know, a lot of lapis for our enchanting needs. and a lot of redstone for our redstone needs. So I will inevitably end up selling a lot of that when the time comes. The only problem, as you can see from the time lapse, is I did die partway through, so I have lost all those levels that I had. I knew at some point I would have a mishap with not being in flight and accidentally, you know, flying right into the ground, but it was bound to happen at some point. I just wish it wasn't immediate. But we have 21 levels back just from mining all of that stuff, so I am extremely happy with that. Now I hear from a little birdie that I have made even more sales at my shop, so we are quickly going to mine a few things here, restock, and then we're going to fly over to our shop and see what we have got. The lovely thing about having this elytra is that I can fly around now, so I don't need to get this boat out every single time I want to cross this section of ocean. Ah, shop, sweet shop. Now, I was reliably informed that carrots are a big seller. Oh, we were sold 1 sack of carrots. I'm happy with that. Let's just take our winnings here and restock. Now, oh, I didn't quite bring enough stacks there. And, oh yes, beetroot. Beetroot seeds sold a bit, but the beetroot itself is still sitting there. And doesn't look like... Ooh. Okay, we've sold a couple of stacks of iron. Yes. And I think the rest of the stuff is just still... I don't know. Got some dark oak logs on the potatoes. Business is booming. Now I was also told that Jay's shop over here is open for business, so we're gonna have a quick look at what is available here and what the prices are. So it looks like we've got ender pearls, tokens of when dying, iron, golden carrots, and some kind of potions. Probably fire resistance. Ooh, 3 for a diamond. Yeah, fire resistance. That looks like it's all there is for now. 3 for 1 diamond. Not too bad. We will probably make our own fire resistance potions in a second. Yep, iron. I think he has an iron farm, which is something I don't have. 1 stack for 2 diamonds is the same price I'm selling them for, but I'm selling them on the back of my hard work, back-breaking labour, rather than a farm. And we've got some ender pearls here for 1 stack for a diamond. Okay. Well, how much are these? 1 stack for 1 diamond as well. I suppose it'd be nice to kind of get the economy rolling, so I think I'm going to buy 1 stack of golden carrots, just to kind of get the ball rolling here. And 1 stack for 2 diamonds is... I mean, I already have enough iron if I was to just take some out of my shop, so I think I'm going to leave it there. Now, I don't actually think many people on the server have loads of diamonds yet, so for the time being, I think business will be a bit slow. But the more we invest in other shops, the faster the economy will get rolling. So I'm gonna kind of patrol around this area, and whenever shops pop up, we'll try and buy a couple things just to kind of, you know, keep people's spirits up, get the ball rolling. Like we did over here, I bought one of these casters for 16 blaze rods. I think that was off camera. Now I am also tempted to buy some honeycombs, but I don't have a stack of flowers yet. I could buy some scaffolding, but it's really easy for me to get my own. But I feel as if I've already got the ball rolling very slightly with this shop, so we're gonna leave it there. Right, I think it's time to wrap up this episode right here. We've done a lot this episode. We've made a sugarcane farm, blown up creeper holes all over the landscape. We've made this pretty good looking cliff. We fought the Enderdragon and won. Got this elytra with our Unbreaking 3 and Mending on it. Got our Fortune 3 pickaxe, and we mined our big tower of ores. And now we have so many diamonds to work with. Oh, and we restocked our shop. Next episode, I think we're either going to work on an iron farm or a creeper farm. I haven't decided yet. But until next time, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.